Minglaba everyone, and welcome to another book review. School's back in full swing and the month for exam is slowly rolling around the corner. Today I'll be reviewing Winners Bake All by Carrie Bark and Cheryl Bark. This book is a part of the series called the Cupcake Club. However, a little warning to everyone, this is by no means the first book of the series. I only managed to snag the third book. So my opinion will only extend to this book only. Right, now that we've got that out of the way, let the camera roll. This video will be divided into small parts. The theme, the plot, the writing style, the characters, and age appropriation. General overview is on. The main character of this book is this girl called Sadie. She's formed a club, or more likely business, that sells cupcakes, which is called the PLC, short for Peace, Love, and Cupcakes, with her three best friends. And I've got to say, I'm more than a little awe. These are 5th graders and they're already making money. Wow. There are 3 storylines all weaving seamlessly into each other in this book, and that is done really well. The first one is how Sadie's family was struggling financially. Her dad's building business was going down quite a bit because the economy wasn't doing really well, and everyone went, well, DIY it is, and that hurt a lot of the businesses. There was also an issue starting to slowly brew up between Sadie's parent, and this scarred Sadie's temporarily because she thought they were going to get a divorce and that her family was going to be split into 2. Now for the second and most important issue of all. Their cupcake club is losing money. Their steadfast customer has just had his shop roof totaled and couldn't accept any more orders. Naturally, the 4 girls pestered Sadie's dad insistently for him to fix the roof since it will be beneficial for all 3 businesses. However, that was going to take a while, so they had to find something else to do. However, they nearly blew the next big order when they had to do more themed cupcakes for an art exhibition. But on that very day, they figured out they accidentally did the Scottish coat of arms instead of Moroccan, which I'm not even sure how you got that wrong. Those are entirely different coat of arms, and when you search that up on Google, it's not usually the Scottish that pops up instead of Moroccan. I'm just gonna assume that they have such bad typing skills, they mix up 2 entirely different nationalities for the sake of everyone involved. But even though this little mischief happened, I have to say they were highly resourceful. So while their customer Miss Vanderwall was rightfully willing about the ruined cupcakes, they changed 250 cupcakes in the span of 2 hours to an entirely different design with no copy pasting whatsoever. I either have terrible culinary sense or the magic. Which is why I thought it was quite unfair when she refused to pay them at all. Sure, they gave everyone a huge big fright at the very beginning, but they still completed their order very much within the time limit and did a magnificent job. At the very least, take out a few coins and pay them for doing the job. Is it legal to not pay people after you've already taken what they give you? This only worsened more when they figure out that Miss Vanderwall was the guest judge for Battle of the Bakers, and it didn't bode really well for our Little Mary group. Basically, it leads to the third issue where there's this really popular cupcake show in the world called the Battle of the Bakers. It's basically like MasterChef, but with cupcakes. And quite honestly speaking, I wish it was real. It was just so fun to see them creating new different flavors and unique designs and doing it all within the span of a timer and the usual adrenaline of the competition. And I'm not even a big fan of cupcakes. I'm not going to spoil the beautiful, glorious description of cupcakes since it's best to experience it while reading it, but I'm definitely a whole lot hungrier than I thought I would be. And it was such a fun ride with no big bully characters or anyone like that, just people with determination made of steel and hands molded in the art of baking. Now for the theme. Cupcakes, cupcakes everywhere. But with all the seriousness that I can master, I would say that it has a pretty good and sweet message about how nothing is impossible and that you can do anything if you put your mind to it. The plot is wonderfully well written and I love it. Sometimes the changes to each event can be a bit jarring, but it's such a minor issue it doesn't count. The writing style is really great. The book in its entirety is written by a third person and focuses mostly on Sadie's character and how she feels about things. It's just a simple step away from becoming first person. I absolutely adore this kind of writing as it produces so many different new possibilities that writing first person would limit. The characters. As far as characterization go, I don't really feel strongly for any of them. They have a lot of unique aspects, but I feel like most of them were muffled or put under a blanket. I also sometimes confuse their names and their personalities, which isn't really a good thing. We can start with the main character, Sadie. She's easy to put down words, probably because she gets the most part written for her. She's dyslexic and has an irrational fear of mathematics. However, in the story, she overcomes this rather difficulty of her rather quicker than I expected. She's also great at basketball and is astonishingly tall. One thing I like about her character is that she doesn't really mind her height and brush off the teasing remarks that it garnered. The next person to talk about is Kylie, who is kind of their group leader if anything, and is their emotional support friend. Jenna is extremely passionate about flavors and comes up with creative ideas and whatnot. In my opinion, Lassie stands out as a kind of a peaceful and quiet person. She has a special talent for drawing and comes up with wicked and unique cupcake designs for the entire team. That's about all I can say for the group as of the moment, since I'm not really familiar with any of the characters, but this is a part of the series, so we'll just have to wait and see. And last of all, age appropriation. Again, according to Amaso, this is suitable for kids from 8 to 12 years old, even though it was very satisfying for a certain 15-year-old, so go figure. This book is no Nobel Prize winning masterpiece or anything, but I have an illogical love for it and I don't care. I give this book a 4.3 out of 5, and if everything I've said is your type of taste, then go ahead and read it. Great if you're also interested in cupcakes.